Hello everybody, welcome back to Plot 97A. My name's Simon. How are you all doing? I hope you're all really well. Can you hear that? Sometimes it's nice just to take a step back, breathe in the air and listen to the birds. Bank Holiday Monday. Can you tell it's Bank Holiday Monday? Here in the UK, May Day, pretty awful weather. We had a couple of fairly nice days last week, but genuinely it's just been super wet. We talked about global warming, is that a thing? What about cloud seeding? I've been looking into that over the last couple of weeks, and yeah, I think humans have really made some massive mistakes. But water's a commodity. You know, how many bottles of water do we buy a week? You know, there's marketing in water, but cloud seeding has just confused everything, I feel. Right, look at this. We've got some stuff in the ground anyway. You got to crack on. You got to make the commitment at some stage. And I said for the 1st of May. That I'm definitely going to start putting stuff into the ground. So let's give you a little welcome to the tour, everybody. Let's pop into the greenhouse, see how we're doing. I've just popped a few more seeds in. I stuck some beetroot in because we didn't have any beetroot, and I've got some onions and some radishes as well. So I'm just going to see how they goes. And these tigerella. These were gifted to us, and these are our money maker and our garden pearl, which we've got left over. I haven't potted those on. I'm actually going to give those away. I'm going to give some more away. So, and I've stuck just a couple of little marigolds in. As we all know, marigolds at the entrance to the greenhouse. Try and keep off a few of the nasties. Look at all this, everyone. Squashes and pumpkins. Well, the pumpkins came up already, but the squashes have come up finally now. I put 2 or 3 in a pot, but I've split them out and put them into their own individual pots. It's amazing. I'm amazed how quickly the root systems grow on them. So, I think a little tip, once they've come out, once they've kind of established themselves in the pot, if you've got 2 or 3 in them, just split them and put them into individual pots, because the roots are unbelievable. And we've got 3 melons down there. I think they're gala melons, so either going to put them in the greenhouse or in the polytunnel. But yeah, quite excited to grow those this year. Let's have a little look at our chilies. They've started to go 2nd and 3rd leaf. These are our jollicas. But they've actually started to kind of fill the trays up, which is what I'm looking for. These are our habaneros. I'm going to put a few of these outside, and I might put 1 or 2 in the polytunnel, and obviously I'm going to stick a few in the greenhouse. But those I need to put them into their own little individual trays. But I was just waiting again. The root systems on these it's not as big as the pumpkins and the squashes, so I'm literally just waiting for them to fill their trays up, and then the theory is when you put them into the bigger pots, they just go brilliant. And these are our best ones so far. These are our peach stripey. Very happy with them. So obviously going to give a few of these away as well. We love to swap on the allotment. It's one of the things that, you know, somebody's growing something a little bit different than you. We like to do a little bit of swapping. So you've got such a variety of things, which is just a lovely community thing to do. But look at the tomatoes looking super healthy. First ones I've ever grown from seed. All these were grown from seed as well. Well, everything you see there's grown from seeds. So, cheapest way to do it, really. I can't afford to go and buy stuff from garden centres. Have you seen the prices of garden centres? I know, I think not Wilco, is it Home? One of the home shops it's got a sale on seeds. So if there's one local to you, run down there and go and pick some seeds up, because they've got them on sale. And these are our arum lilies. Hopefully we're going to get a few nice flowers from there. And that is one of our dahlias. That was quite well established when that went into the ground, so let's have a wander around and I'll show you the first signs of. So I planted dahlias all along the greenhouse, all around the sides, and they've started to show as well. So super thrilled. But yeah, bank holiday Monday. I just feel sorry for people that are, that work 50 hours a week, have their May bank holiday, and the weather's just super shocking. So I'm gonna have a little, right, so this is blotties, and what I've done, I've just put the seeds directly onto the ground and just covered them with a bit of compost. I probably put too many seeds in there, but I can always thin them out. I think put a few more in, and yeah, I can thin them out. But I've not gone too big with the blotties. Last year I just had too many plants, and I couldn't use them all. I've probably got half a kilo that I've still got left. Mind you, they're perfectly good, perfectly dry. And these are the sweet peas that I've put in now, and they've actually started to perk up. I think I put them in Thursday, Friday of last week, just because the weather was nice and bright. But yeah, yesterday, today and Sunday, it's gone back to normal. This is our pak choi that I put in. I've noticed some of the leaves are starting to get eaten a little bit, but I don't like using chemicals. Even the feed I use is a liquid leaf mulch. It's an organic leaf mulch feed, and I've just put some strips. They were like in a I don't know. I've never ever seen them before, but they were in a paper strip. So I've just put a few of those out, and they're mixed beetroots. So, but I've got some, like I say, I've got some planted anyway. And these are our sunflowers, and I put those in again. I put those in. These are the sunburst. I like a nice little wall of sunflowers. The easiest thing to grow in the world, and I think the reward you get from them is, it just helps everyone. The bees love them. I love them. So that's a massive win. And I don't know whether you remember last year on a couple of plots, the dwarf sunflowers. I took some seeds from them from last year and sowed them, and I've just put a few of those out. I think a nice wall of dwarf sunflowers, again just for the bees really, and just to give us a bit of colour. Yeah, early in the morning. I love coming down here early in the morning. Not that I'm not a people person. I kind of am a people person, but it's just nice. I feel more relaxed doing this. I'm still conscious about doing all of this now, even today. Let's have a look at our bonsais. Now, the azalea, which is this one here, don't know whether you can see, it has started to re-leaf, which is just, I'm super happy with, because I thought I killed it last week. It looked almost dead, and over the last few days it started to put some of these new leaves on, so I'm kind of quite confident the fact that we've got a bonsai. And our Japanese Acer, again, I've noticed another couple of leaves on, so don't look at that one at the moment. That was an effort I done last week down the club, and yeah, it's got a long way to go. But this was one, I dug this up from a garden, and I thought, oh, a couple of the chaps, they have these really beautiful big based bonsais, Japanese Acers of the colour of variant is beautiful. It goes from a red to almost an orangey. But I'm just trying this out just to see if it will you know, sprout new leaves on the top. And I'm just looking here, I've looked today, and I don't know whether you can see it. It's the tiniest thing, but there's a little bulb of green that's just shooted out from the top. So I'm hoping that that will leaf out, and I can, but the tray I'm going to find for that is going to be absolutely massive because it's huge. And look at these little pots that I was gifted the other day. These are for succulents, and the lady makes them. One of the patrons, one of the people down here, she makes them. She's a potter, and they're absolutely beautiful. I just fell in love with them. But these are for succulents. So I posed the question: could you make them like 100% bigger, maybe, and the same style, and could they be used for bonsai? I wonder. So I'm, you know, the glaze is absolutely stunning on them. So well done you for making those. We love a bit of pottery as well. Our artichokes have come out and doing well, and our strawberries have, again, they were just rootstock, but they've started to come out. So, and our chives, the bees are loving those. And there are a few sunflowers I've got left, but they're specifically for my mum. Right, let's go in the greenhouse quickly. Or the tomato house. Oh, Carolina Reaper. Now, had a massive hiccup with that this week. It was in the greenhouse. I moved it out of the way, and I noticed probably about 100, 150, 200 ants, black ants, and they were shifting eggs. And I thought, oh, that could not be right. And I know that you get an ant's nest in the pot, they don't actually kill the roots, or they don't eat the roots. What they're eating is the old compost, the 2-3-4-2-year-old compost. So I pulled it out of the pot, and there was a full-blown ant's nest in there. So what I done was I took it out of the pot, shook all the compost off, washed the roots, sorry, and repotted it. And what I've done is I've put it in with a bit of grit, and there's a little bit of peat-free compost in there, but it is started to shoot, but it's set it back, maybe, I don't know, it's set it back. So I've stuck it in here because we had quite a good result from it last year, but again, just trying to keep the thing going. But I noticed one side hasn't done anything, so I might take that back. But this is all, it has started to relief, so what a relief. And as for our tomatoes, these are the money makers. I've repotted those on into bigger pots. These are our garden pearl, all looking really healthy. There's 34 plants in here all told, and I think there's 6 varieties. So this is all going for tomatoes. We're really going to try and give tomatoes a go. So the varieties we've got are garden pearl, money maker, tigerella, Italian plum. Now, there was no specific name for these because they're from original roots. They're from seeds. They're not an F1 plant, but the lady forgot the name of them, so we've just called them Italian plum. And again, we've got an Italian yellow tomato in here as well. We've got, now excuse my French, Coda Andes, or should I say Coda Andes, and Sweet Aperitif, which is just a beautiful name for a tomato. But yeah, really happy to get this all dug over now. The whole plot was dug over. I didn't get down to my 10.5 stone, probably lost a couple of ounces, but they're all now going to sit in here, acclimatise for a week or two. Again, I'm going to try and go for, I don't really want to spray them, so I've got the leaf mulch and fertiliser and comfrey. We're going to be, there's a big pot of comfrey which we're going to be using as feed, but I'm quite excited to see what results we get. But again, first tomatoes I've ever grown from seed, so a bit of a result, and a couple of bags of compost just to put them in. And I I watched a brilliant video. I won't say it's by, but I watched a brilliant video, and I'm going to be following every single word that this gentleman said about tomatoes, because if he's, well, he just made perfect sense. So, and we've got our cane, so I'm going to try and get some kind of a structure up. But yeah, really happy with everything. Toms. Was it Tums? No, Toms. Well, I hope you're all busy in your plots. It's nice to get some stuff in the ground finally, and we just want this warm weather to warm up. That'll be absolutely amazing. So Simon ate a massive, huge slice of humble pie the other day. I've been speaking to another couple of creators, and they say, Simon, you need to get, if you want to grow, if you want to build, which I really want to do, I want to do it organically, as it were. They said you need Instagram, and you need to use social media sites, because it's incredible the way that they build, and you can post things on there and let people know what you're doing. So I've set up an Instagram account. It's plot.97a. If you'd like to come and follow us, please do. I put my first post on there yesterday, but they get you every time. I had to fire up my old Facebook account to kind of link it, register it with the Instagram. So we're back on Facebook. Enough said. Nice to get stuff in the ground, isn't it, finally? Just listen to the birds, just breathe, just stop, take a step back and breathe in the air. Have a great gardening week, guys. See you very soon. Bye for now.